All right, let's turn to Mr. Cozzi. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, being the fact that I woke up this morning, there's about 4 inches of snow at my house. But you go a mile away and there's only 2 inches, and I'm here in Sharon. There's only about an inch or two. There's just one little area that my house is in that just has snow. It's amazing. So it was a surprise for me to wake up to it this morning. That's all I'll say.
Not a good surprise.
No, not when it's bad enough when you expect it. Never mind when you don't expect it. All right. Well, I have no idea what happened in sports last night, if anything happened in sports last night. I did see a story. The Redskins added a player to their roster by adding Reuben Foster. Now, this is amazing because Foster's a talented player. I don't know if you've heard of him or not, but he's involved in a domestic violence case once again.
Who in the NFL isn't?
Well, no, they can't say that, but there's a lot that are. But for a team to hire somebody when they've got a charge up against him is just
they don't care.
The ownership,
they don't care.
Yeah.
It's the what can you do for me now, and I don't care whose throat you slit league. That's what the NFL is. Just another reason not to watch it.
Pretty amazing stuff. Anyways.
Duke beat Indiana last night by 21. That was expected. But an upset last night, Louisville beat Michigan State. Louisville had the lead for most of the game. Michigan State took the lead late and went to overtime, and Louisville wound up beating them in overtime. It was a pretty entertaining game last night.
So Duke
That's
lost,
all these
huh?
things are. They're just entertainment until March. They don't mean anything.
Yeah, it's like the UConn Huskies are off to a 6-1 start. They've played one real tough team, and the rest have been all.
All the rest have been Division IV teams.
It seems like everybody does that, but they won that one tough game. That was the amazing thing about it. But anyways,
who'd they beat?
I forget, but it was a top 25 ranked team. But it's early in the season, so it's hard to tell who the tough ones are this early in the season. It really is. Once you get past a few of the top ones, which are always good. But anyway, but there's not much else to talk about, really.
College football came out with their rankings after Michigan's loss, and nothing unexpected. Alabama, Clemson, the Irish Leprechauns, and Georgia, the top four. And everybody's saying, well, Oklahoma should be fourth, and this one should be fourth, and whatever. Well, Georgia's in a peculiar position because they're fourth now, but by next Monday they might not be anywhere. Or, in my opinion, they should be ranked first because they play Alabama this weekend for the SEC championship. So if they lose, they're probably not going anywhere. If they win, I believe that they should leapfrog Notre Dame and Clemson and be ranked number one, even though the other two teams will probably be undefeated and Georgia would have one loss because in my book, if you beat the best, you become the best. And Alabama, by far, is the best team this year. And if Georgia beats them Saturday, I believe Georgia should be number one. And then you're going to have the fight. Well, where does Alabama fall to? Well, Alabama should fall no worse than number 4. So the only team that has anything to lose this weekend is Georgia, in my opinion.
Well, and Alabama if they lose.
Yeah, but Alabama, even if they lose, they shouldn't fall past number 4.
Yeah.
Which right. would still put them in to the tournament and still make them the favorite to win it.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It's all hooey.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go with the top 16 teams, have a tournament, lasts a month, see you later. And, the old excuse is, well, these are students, and come on. Only the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus believes that stuff.
These
have your 16-team tournament and come out with a true champion.
When you talk about NCAA college football and NCAA college basketball Division I, they are moneymakers for the schools and they are moneymakers for the NCAA.
But that's what I don't understand. Yeah. Because if you have a 16-team tournament, all of those teams are going to get at least one more game. They're only going to play one more bowl game. Every place that these teams play will be sold out. Everyone will be on national TV.
Yeah.
So they're just going to make more money. Why won't they do it?
Yeah. Sooner or later they will. But they'll
Division III does it. Division III has a playoff.
Yeah, but they'll screw it up when they do it somehow.
There's nothing to screw up.
I know. There isn't.
It's dumb. It's really, really dumb. I mean, what if you take the top 16? What are you going to complain about then? Oh, well, Syracuse should be in there because West Virginia's 8-3, and Syracuse. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
Just take the top 16. You have a 16-team tournament. Takes 4 weeks, and it's done. And you can still just keep on going until the same time that you would have the make-believe championship game anyway. And this way you would have more of a true champion. I've been saying it for 50 years.
I'm a believer that there's the two best teams are Alabama and Clemson.
Then why don't they just play each other?
I know.
Who cares about Notre Dame, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ohio State? Who cares? I mean, and then you got teams playing in the tournament and in their conference tournament. Notre Dame sitting on the outside looking in, going, "Ho, we don't have to play no more unless we schedule Bucknell for the 4th time this year." So it's just a joke. It's just a joke. And what right to anything does Michigan have after getting thumped by Ohio State last week?
None. That's right. None. Zero.
Yeah.
Rights.
So it's just a joke. It's just for people to do what we're doing here, complain about it, and come up with solutions that are as obvious as a nose on someone's face. And the NCAA just sits there and goes, "Ha ha ha! How can we screw it up again this year?"
All right, now we don't have any pro football to talk about till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow, and I will not be on the air Friday. I'll be in transit. So
in transit on Friday.
I'm going to make all my picks tomorrow.
In transit on Friday.
Yeah, I'm going to Cuba. Me and the ex-president are going down there and see if we can spread socialism. No, I'm going to Florida for the weekend.
Well, good for you.
I'm going to see my aunt for Christmas.
Okay, good for you. All right, so you'll be in transit. So we'll do all our picks then on
Thursday.
On Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday first. All right, that sounds good to me.
Thursday game, and we'll pick the Sunday game, and I'll be with you guys Monday morning from down there because I don't have a flight that leaves that early Monday.
Okay. All right, sounds good to me. So I'll speak to you tomorrow.
I'll be here, guys.
All right, take care, Mike.
Grease up that shovel.
Right.
If you spray Pam on it, the snow don't stick.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Have a good day, guys.
Mike Cozzi with a check on sports this morning here on The Breakfast Club on Robin Hood Radio.